wanna shout out anybody that's ever hurt me. All the ones who said they love me but still did me dirty. The ones who flipped the script on me and never showed me mercy. And all the ones who just knew that they didn't deserve it. I got a question. Look how it panned out. I got everything I wanted with no handouts. I understand now. The road's a little longer when you stand out. Look who I am now. They couldn't stand me, so they sat down. And now they ask how. Shit, I stood tall when everybody backed out. Look, I prayed for my enemies. I can't let them get the best of me. I'd be lying if I said I'm never stressing. But who am I to step to God and ask some questions? The answers are all around you, count your blessings. Took me a minute to understand that message. Let's play a game, everybody throw your problems in the pot. Mix them up, pull one out, then tell me which one you got. I guarantee you what you have is worse than what you had. So whatever it is you going through, it really ain't that bad, man. Yeah, stick to the plan. They only hating on you cause you doing what they can. They all waiting for you to switch up so they could laugh. Don't pay them no mind, man. Foot on the gas, foot on the gas. I think it's time I lap them up. Playtime is over, get with it or wrap it up. The flow stays the same, with or without a deal. I tell it like it is and I tell it how I feel. Look how it panned out. I got everything I wanted with no handouts. I understand now. The road's a little longer when you stand out. Look who I am now. They couldn't stand me, so they sat down. And now they ask how. Shit, I stood tall when everybody backed out. Look, I prayed for my enemies. I can't let them get the best of me. Yeah, because of you, I know a better version of myself. See, I never thought that I would grow from all the pain I felt when I was down bad and I was crying out for help. It's like I had to tell myself, we gon' figure this one out. See, I had to lean on me, and that right there's the key that some of y'all gotta understand. It's not about for me. See, life is what you make it, not what you make it seem. Sometimes the shit you want just ain't the shit you need. Pick yourself up, yeah, you gotta know that you worth it. Don't let anyone come between you and your purpose. If we don't learn to let go of all the shit that has hurt us, then you'll never know how deep you are, just what's on the surface. Yeah. Look how it panned out. I got everything I wanted with no handouts. I understand now. The road's a little longer when you stand out. Look who I am now. They couldn't stand me, so they sat down. And now they ask how. Shit, I stood tall when everybody backed out. Look, I prayed for my enemies. I can't let them get the best of me.
Welcome to So Good the Podcast. Hi, I'm KD. Let's get the show started. So before I get the show started today, my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone out there who have lost their loved ones. It's a lot that's taking place in the world today. Every hour, every second, every minute, every day. Something that's just transparent. So before I actually get the show started, I'm gonna go back just a little bit, just a brief summary of KD. Yeah, you have to excuse, I got music played everywhere because people are fighting, a lot of different things right now. So at the end of the day, I was about maybe like 9-10 years old, as a young kid, growing up in the DC area, at this juncture, it was somewhere I was in. Maybe I was on a Saturday morning. I used to ride bikes with the neighborhood kids, right? I used to ride bikes, and then we used to come together. So on Saturday mornings, after I used to watch cartoons and whatnot, I used to go outside afterwards Saturday morning and just work on my bike. I was always doing something, I had that entrepreneur spirit. So I used to fix my bike. I believe I had like a Mongoose. Back then, the kids used to change the tires. One tire didn't match the other one, but they all fit and needed to do what needs to be done. So kids used to, come to my house, and, I used to fix their bikes, the chain and we used to take the Huggy container after it was done. We used to place in, with the back tire, and used to make this noise, things of that nature. So back then, as a child, I knew that I wanted to do something. I knew I wanted to have my own business and or company. I knew that I wanted to help. At that time, as a kid, I just knew that I was going to be in business, but I just wasn't quite sure what that was. So, later, a little bit later, and, as I got older and progressed in life and things of that nature, I still always, up to this moment now, have that entrepreneurial spirit and that willingness to help other people. So I'm not sure exactly when that process took place or when it actually hit me, when, God blessed me with the idea to pursue what I really wanted to do. And now I'm actually doing that. So I say all that to say this. The kids and the community appreciated what I was doing for them. And then, like I said, we used to ride bike up and down the streets, the roads, maybe 10, 12, 15 deep, depends on, the day. Nothing has changed. Just only got better and enhanced. I used to trade basketball cars, football cars, whatever cars were available at that time. I believe at that time Pokemon was out there as well. I didn't do too much of those, but mainly football and basketball. I still have those cars. I do have a cake day coming up this week on Friday. So, I have those cars. We talking about from the 90s, early 90s, 92, 91 cars, 96, things of that nature. Now, I know some people that really do collect them, which I believe I'm one of those people. People might have something much older, the 70s, 60s, 80s, whatever the case may be. So to go as far as, let's say, like, give you an example, Jason Kidd, Jason Kidd draft pick card. He's coaching now. I believe he's still coaching. So you can kind of round those years off. So I say that to say this. I'm living in my purpose, helping people, been helping people, will always help for those who understand what they are looking for, understand what is being told and or offered to them and what's in front of them. Sometimes people cannot understand certain things. It's not meant for you to, or at least at this time. Not to say that you won't get it. I hope that you do. Some might not never get it, and it's okay. It's okay. That means it's not meant for you. And we all have a role and a purpose in this thing that called life. So at the end of the day, moving forward. So I believe most have noticed and or been aware of what has happened in the DMV area. Even if you're not from this area, it was something that was tragic. Someone hijacked a few commercial vehicles, did like a Grand Theft Auto, GTA type of ordeal, ransacking cars and traffic, hitting them off the road, actually damaging. I'm not sure if anyone has really been hurt from it. I hope and pray that they have not. From the footage, I'm not sure. After a chase for however long, they finally captured the person that's been on the rampage. The last vehicle was, I believe, an ambulance, and he was running through the whole, DMV area. It's a lot of things that takes place in the world. For the first time, growing up, I used to see things as like, oh, never saw that before. But that type of statement, quote, it's like happening every day now. It's like it's not getting any better. It's actually getting worse. Someone sent something, and, it was on my radar. So I said, you know what? Why not? So if people are doing these things, you have the ex-president getting RICO charges. That was like the first time ever in life. Like, The ex-president on a RICO? Okay. So you have people that are robbing jewelry stores, grocery stores. I saw a footage, social media. They're actually taking roofs off of your vehicle. I knew that. Like they took, like it was I believe it was a Corvette. They was in the Corvette taking the Corvette roof, and they were two completely different color. Okay, so they taking roofs out here. You all like it's only gonna get worse. Things get worse before they get better. So moving on with, as I stated, people are surviving. So Giant. Yes, Giant's on my radar. I know some people do not shop at Giant for whatever the reason they are. Or maybe the price point or the inflation just to where as though they're just high for most people. But some people have no choice to not shop there because of transportation, and they can't go too far out of the radius of where they lay their head or their residence is located. So Giant, which is a major supermarket, has 165 locations. May close store doors after reporting more than 500,000 lost to shoplifting. Thief has become a huge issue for retailers nationwide. In recent years, but the situation, particularly the Giant food location in Southeast Washington, D.C., they have a councilman by the name of Trayon White. I don't know this particular young man per se. So for the councilman to come out to speak, I believe they was in the parking lot. They had signs, he had a crowd with them, or came to support him, or just support the movement and whatnot. And they want these things to stop. My thing is with that, I'm not saying he hasn't done anything, because it's a service on a product that can be provided for him as well to help what's transpiring in the world today. You can speak all day if you aren't helping in the communities continue to with programs and money, grants, opportunity to prevent these thefts from these big markets. You can talk all day. It's not really going to. They're not really going to listen, to be quite honest with you. So he spoke, and he had sounded an alarm about the shoplifting at the Giant supermarket in the city. The major grocery outlet in the city, which is in Ward 8, right in my backyard, so could soon close if theft levels don't decrease, the politician said. Although the closure hasn't been announced, City Council Trayon White explained how that it was in a recent press conference. Access to the grocery store is limited in the in the city. Like I said, it's in Washington D.C. It's not too many Giants that's located, or at least in the radius to where as though people can actually walk. Where you are, you can actually walk literally right across the street. But if you close them down, it's not too many more shopping markets that's really close by of walking distance. Now they can probably get on the bus. That's going to be a long ride. So if they have a house full of kids, that's going to be a lot of groceries. Okay, so the John location, the only major grocery outlet in Washington, D.C., Ward 8, which has 85,000 residents. We know it's tough times, and we know that price of food has skyrocketed in the last 3 years. White said, we cannot afford to hurt ourselves by consistently taking from the store, because, everybody is going to be without a place to eat. Enough is enough. The goods stolen at the supermarket accounts for roughly 20% of the store sales. That's why John has spent thousands to hire security guards and update its equipment. Employees have stopped these suspects at least 135 times, but many more have gotten away without immediate consequences. John has 165 locations across Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. The company's president told WRH that shoplifting has skyrocketed at Giant stores in recent years. The level of theft and the level of violence associated with the theft have probably increased 5 to 10 times in the last 3 years. This means that many popular products are now being kept under lock and key. The lockdown baby formula, which locked down razor blades, and we have some stores that have locked down specific types of soap and different deodorants and air fresheners. So if they do start closing Giant down, this is a supply demand, which I'm tapped into. It's in corporate America, supply and demand. If you close those stores down, 165, where are they going? Not only those who need the food or want to purchase from this establishment, the thieves gonna go somewhere else. It's not gonna stop. So with this platform, repeatedly I have spoken over certain shows and segments that people need to start doing their own thing. Like, you really need to tap into doing your own thing, because if things close down, what are you going to do? That's the question I have for the people. Honestly, like, if at least if you don't care enough about yourself, most of us have loved ones that you do care about. What about them? This is not the time to be selfish, but a lot of people are, because they are surviving, and it's okay, but it's not okay. It's not, because it's not what's best for this youth and these kids now, and they are the future. So as parents and or people that are guardians of the youth, because I believe it still takes a village to raise a kid, and I've been noticing kids as of late, been going on for years though, but as of late, more kids are missing. More kids are being found in one city, and then they're being found all across town in another city. How? Like what is going on with that? Since I'm speaking on Giant and products and or service, most people are going back to school. Some are in school as of now. So I know parents, with things that's happening in the world today, I believe most parents are packing their kids' school lunch, whatever the case be. Most of us grew up on certain products, and once again, on this platform, a lot of these products are not good for you. So it's one more that's on my radar, and it is Doritos. Now, a lot of kids like Doritos. I know some adults love Doritos as well. So this is going to be a tough one for them. So at the end of the day, the chips are being pulled from grocery stores, if we have anything left of grocery. Okay, so due to the undeclared ingredients, around 7,000 bags of nacho cheese flavored chips was recalled by the maker of Frito-Lay earlier this month from stores, food services, locations, and vending machines across Pennsylvania. The voluntary recall was issued by the Frito-Lay due to what they say soy and wheat ingredients usually used in the spicy sweet chili flavored Doritos, having possible gotten into the nacho cheese flavor. How, if it was supposed to be in one product, how did it? Okay, so the nacho cheese flavored Dorito chips package in question, those with allergies and or severe sensitivity to soy or wheat run the risk of illness as the product were to be consumed. The brand said in their notice, as the nacho cheese flavor due to usually contains these ingredients. So Doritos is not even good for you. None of these products are good for you. So once again, if these products aren't good for anyone and they're taking them off the shelf, someone has to replace them. Why not you? Kids love snacks, kids love chips. Why not make something that's good for them? Why not? So, moving forward, what's on my radar again, and people are fighting mental health and is at an all-time high. So people are fighting that urge and or trying to help with the anxiety or insecurities, whatever they are dealing with as far as their emotions and mental health. Cigarettes. Yes, a lot of people, most people smoke cigarettes for whatever your reasons are. So they are on my radar as well. So most people should know or do know that, secondhand smoke is probably worse than the actual person smoking. So cigarettes is on my radar. So how quitting smoking can boost your health and finances. As government considers adding message to cigarette packs. So even though they warning you that what you're doing is not good for you, they still giving it to. Okay, so the message encouraged smokers to quit could be added to the cigarette packs. A draft proposal with the suggestion is being considered by the government. According to the Department of Health, these inserts will highlight the financial and health benefits of giving up smoking and the support available to those trying to quit. The Department of Health hopes that inserts, which have already been used in other countries, including Canada and Israel, with Australia also planning to introduce them, could lead to additional 30,000 smokers giving up, saving up to $1.6 billion in health costs. Smoking is still one of the most preventable cause of illness and death in the UK, with around 76,000 people dying from it every year. This is according to the NHS figures, right? Every time you try to stop smoking, you're a step closer to success. More disposable income. Okay, smoking costs, it depends on where you are, right? But smoking costs around, smoking costs around 17.3 billion a year across England overall, according to the latest 2023 economic data analyst commissioned by Public Health Charity Action in Smoking and Health. This includes a significant cost to the NHS and social care, with smoking-related admission and primarily treatment reportedly costing 1.9 billion yearly. According to Everyone Health, if you get through 20 cigarettes a day with a pack of cigarettes costing, they say, $13 $13.30 and spend of $93.10 per week, or $4,841.20 per year. The average smoker may smoke a bit less than the per day, but this could still add up to serious money. Yes, of course, over time. The average smoker can save around $38 a week by quitting smoking. That's about $2,000 a year. This is according to the the NHS. What could you do for yourself and your family with that extra money? You could do a lot with that money. Most people might say, okay, that's not a lot of money. And well, after time, over time, that money adds up. You can definitely do something with that money, not only to help provide a better life for yourself and those who are around you, just give you more options to do other things. So if you continue to keep chasing or feeding your flaws, your emotions, your doubt, insecurities, or fear, whatever your reasons are, when you stop or try to stop, like they say, it's towards you becoming successful. Better mental and physical health. The good news is evidence suggests that quitting at any point in life leads to big improvement in your health, including increased life expectancy and lower disease risks. Stop smoking is one of the best things you will ever do for your health. Quit smoking improves your physical health and boosts your mental health and well-being. Excuse me. And well-being after as little as 6 weeks of being smoke-free. Every time you smoke a cigarette, your body is flooded with thousands of chemicals, many of which are poisonous. The day you stop, your body starts clearing itself of all those nasty toxins, and the repair process being. People who have quit also have increased positive mood compared with people who continue to smoke. These are facts. It's great data. It's great data. Longer term risk of cancer, lung disease, heart disease, and stroke will be significantly reduced too. If you stop, you will also be less likely to develop, they said, diabetes, which I call diabeticals, bone disease, including, eye disease and dementia. I mean, it's a lot of different things that can happen that would affect everything, your everyday life, everyday living, and people have a lot of mood swings. These are things that partake in that. So if you stop that, not only that it helps you, it helps everyone else that's around you and or in your household when it comes to your mood and on your mood swings. Like, these things could be no more. So you have to think the bigger picture, get out of just thinking about yourself and thinking about those who are around you, because if you are affected and you're not having your good days, or what you're not sure of how your day's going to turn out or what's next, think all those factor into cigarettes. So improving your blood circulations. The blood circulation to your heart and muscles can improve, which will, make physical activity easier, of course, and improve lung functions, which lead to a reduction in any cough, wheezing, or any other breathing problems. The World Health Organization highlights tobacco kills more than 8 million people each year, including 1.3 million non-smokers who are exposed to secondhand smoke. Quitting means you'll protect your loved ones from the potential health harms of secondhand smoke. Come on, you all. We have to do better. We have to do better. And I know it's tough out there in the world today. You try. Some people are literally really trying to find a better way. And you have people right in front of you, around you, or have been right in front of you, around you, like myself and any other individual and or entity that is in corporate America, have a blueprint on what's best for you health-wise, because health is wealth. You can't create wealth without health. So be mindful of the things that you may believe that helps you get through your day is actually hurting you. Not only for that day, it's hurting you and your loved ones in the long run. So we need to change that. You should change that. So moving forward, that's on my radar. This here, it was tough for me to even speak on, honestly. So allegedly, there was a situation with a baby being brought into this world, and allegedly someone decapitating a baby during delivery attempted to cover it up. What is it, OB-Gyn, that type of institution or company that helps with those things, allegedly that's what happened. They are being sued. A Georgia couple have filed a lawsuit after they said their baby was decapitated during delivery, which the hospital and the doctors then alleged cover up. Jessica Ross, 20, and her longtime boyfriend, I believe his name is Trayon Isaiah Taylor, were excited for the birth of their very first child, a boy whom they were going to name after the longtime boyfriend. He was going to be a junior. Excuse me. They have an attorney now named Corey Lynch, said at a news conference. Excuse me. So with that, I don't really want to speak too much more about that one, but they said, allegedly that the doctor, they was having supposedly difficulties of the delivery, and the doctor was trying to pull the baby out. They said that allegedly the doctor was pulling the baby by the head, by the shoulders. They was pulling so hard that it broke bones all in the head and everything. So my prayers go out to them. Hope this is not true. I'm very sorry for those who were involved and their loved ones that was maybe there with them. My prayers go out to you and everything like that. And that's another reason. You have people out here that knows what they doing, continue to delivering babies into this world. You have home remedies that you can actually do it yourself. If you have people out here that can that have skill sets to help bring a baby into the world at their very home, that means you could do anything. You could do anything. So, as I stated, doing your own thing, and kids are going back to school. What parents are talking up now on news channels, on the airwaves, things of that nature, are questioning why are they even sending their kids to school. You can do that too. You can homeschool your child as well. Most people, I don't want to, people of color mainly, most are sending their kids off to school because they want time to themselves, or they tired of their kids. I'm not saying that the kids aren't bad. I'm not saying the kids aren't listening. I'm not saying none of those things, but they should be listening to you, and parents should be able or even have the option to homeschool their kids or tutor their kids. I believe that's what's best for your kids. But if you do not know how, there are people out here that knows how and can help you with that process. And that transition, is it easy? No, nothing in life is easy. But what you put out in the universe, you definitely will get it back. You know, if it's good or bad. So, with all these laws being passed and allowing this type of gender, that type of gender, they are teaching these kids these type of books with all these different type of genders involved. You know, however you want to be identified, it's okay. You know, but is it okay for the kids? So, parents, guardians who are legal guardians of these kids, we need to do what's best for the kids. And if you don't know how, it starts with you. Get with someone and or company, so gifted, Monumental Music Group, and/or EUSE. You have people out here that can really help you. Been helping, will continue to help. But you will have to want the help. That's it. That's it. That's all. And to each his own. Okay, so moving forward with the school systems, Princeton is on my radar. Yes, Princeton is on my radar. So they have, I really don't want to speak too much about them, but I'm going to speak about them. Princeton have a course. Princeton University teaches students that black people should be considered disabled. Why are you all partaking, investing, or giving your time and or attention to those who don't care nothing about you, that don't care about your well-being, you or your kids or your loved ones? Why? Kids do need education. We all people do need education. It's about which education you are receiving. All education is not good. So if they are considering a course to tell you that people of color, they're considering being disabled, how much more you need to hear about what they think about you. So if you want to continue to send off your kids to school, or go to this particular brand, or go to this particular restaurant, or go this way, go that way, to each his own. You can do whatever you want. You're grown. You make your money however you make your money. Every choice has a consequence, So it's up to you. The class Healing Humanities decolonizing trauma studies from the global south is set to teach students that black people should be considered disabled. This is on Fox News. This is what they report. The right to maintain the ability. These things, I have to still inform you all with the information that's in front of me. It's not easy because I have loved ones, things of that nature. Other people that I love dearly have loved ones, and not to say they don't know what to do. Most don't, honestly. To read these things on how they treat the students is very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Which argues that black people should be looked as oppressed by the system. Racism can be looked at as the disabled based on the structural limitations society has placed, which is true. The whole Black Lives Matter movement and the struggles to end not only that the movements allude with disability rights, none are the only distinct disability justice issues. It's a book that they teach people. So these movements may not represent the most appealing or desired version of disability pride, but they are movements anchored in fact in the lived experience of contesting the right to man and imagining multiple future with bodily embrace rather then weaponized. According to the class description, the course aims to decolonize some students' ideology and focus on concepts rooted deep in critical race theory by the way of capitalism, as well as homophobia, healing and decolonizing process enable students to politics, personal trauma as it intersect with global legacy, violence, war, racism, slavery. It goes on and on and on. Capitalism. The course described reads, this is a course. This is what a book, a course. This is what they teaching. This is what they doing to the people, bro. Like this is crazy. The focus on black people isn't the only reason the course is gaining criticism. It's a person by the name of Larson. Larson is a course material will also include ideas alleging that the military attempts to hurt for profit, according to they hurting people, bro. Like this is being reported. This is being reported in the New York Post. The critics have called on the Ivy League schools to not only apologize for the students, but to fire Larson. Princeton University is not only have hate speech, but establish ground for new generations. Thought leaders, Ronald Lauder, president of the World Jewish Congress, said. So they trying to do the right thing. How is it that they got to the point of? Yeah, I'm not gonna read too much. How is it that they got to the point of allowing these type of courses in these institutions? I know, because those who don't care nothing about you, to have the finances to fund these schools and things of that nature. I believe I saw something about they did a tax cut from the wealthiest people in the world, a tax break or tax cut to where as though it was like along the billions, that students, the kids will have free lunch all year. It's not a bad thing, but what are you feeding them though? I hope it's good for them. And from, you all been tuning into this platform, the food not good. So once again, we go back to the leadership in the communities, the parenting, the legal guardians, those who's love their kids. If you do love their kids, do what's best for their kids, your kids, anybody kids. So I've seen something via social media. People post memes and like encouraging memes and things of that nature on the wake up. They say good morning. I say grand rising. At the end of the day, you have people that say they child of God. My question is to you, if you are, right? Just because you say it don't necessarily mean you live in it. If you are a child of God, why are you doing bad to those who also say they are a child of God? I'm talking about the ones that really are. Those who really want what's best for other people. Those who really want to really help, have been helping, a helping hand, information, which some people may not know. So I'm informing you on that. Information is currency. You have consultants that get paid for information. Lawyers, well, all lawyers, but I'm not gonna say all of anything. Some lawyers, there's not too many out here, but there's some lawyers that really truly believe in what they are offering to the people, which is their service and a product to help. Most don't really care. So what people don't understand, people that are surviving out here in this world today, all they understand is the green dollar, which, as you should know, the green dollar has no value no more. Really never really did. So if someone is giving you information that benefits you, to where as though you can provide for yourself and your loved ones. Why not take care of them if they took care of you? People look down on people that look like them. For whatever the reason is, you've been trained, you've been conditioned to think that. I'm from Washington, D.C. You know, red light district. Once upon a time was the murder capital. And I show up every week to talk to the people and give them information that they can use and or they need for themselves to continue with their journey and finding themselves or their mission to, you know, their goals. I'm going to show up. I'm a child of God. So I've been helping. Will continue to help. I will continue to keep doing what I've been doing until, you know, God calls me. So people are surviving. You have people that are, you know, elders that's older than me saying that they helping, but they really hurting. And the problem is, you know, the ones that really will hurt you, be truthful, it'll be your family be the first ones to hurt you before a stranger would. You know, why? I don't know. Maybe possibly that they feel like they know you and they could take advantage of you when we should be helping one another, improving one another, you know, steel sharpen steel, iron sharpen, you know, that type of thing. People just taking from each other, and then they go right on social media and act one way, but then in person or, you know, out there in the world, as they call the land, treat people like they don't care. So I don't know how. I don't even believe that is even possible. I know it's not possible. How would you fight against God, though? How'd that work? Who has won doing that? And those he has anointed and been protecting, the real ones, you can't win against that. There's no way possible you can win against that. You can try, but I don't know any human have defeated God. Hi, I'm KD. This is So Get the Podcast. See you later.